Assalamu alaikum. Hope you are all safe and indoors. Welcome to your first YouTube lesson for Afrikaans Eerste taal. Just to recap on what has been done so far, you were given speech topics together with a page of 4 poems with your report last term. For the speech topics, you were required to choose one and write out a prepared speech. You also need to memorize the speech and make cue cards. For the poems, these are actually Eisteddfod poems, and you need to select one poem and learn it off by heart. You were then given the term 1 paper to do as revision in your notebooks. The answers to the paper were posted on D6 and you were required to self-mark the answers. This video lesson is actually a discussion of the poems that you were given with your report. Presenting this poem orally with facial expressions and using different tone and pitch of voice for different words is what will give you good marks. But remember to stand straight with your hands on the sides. Do not fiddle with your fingers or uniform, as that does not show confidence. Stand tall with your head high. Now, before I begin with the poems, I just want to stress on something very important. And that is the importance of actually knowing and understanding the meaning of the poem that you have chosen. Because knowing the meaning helps you to say the words with the correct feeling and expression. For example, you cannot be talking about something very sad in your poem while smiling at your audience. It doesn't make sense and you confuse your audience that way. So if you are talking about something sad on your poem, then you should also have sad facial expressions, for example, a frown or look as if you're going to cry. The first poem that I'm going to recite for you is Vir my volgende verjaarsdag wil ek nie 'n olifant hê nie. Remember, the purpose of me reciting this poem is not so that you can say it exactly how I'm saying it in terms of the tone and the pitch of your voice. I'm just reading this so that you can have the correct pronunciation of the words. Remember, you've got to put your own expression, your own tone to it. So this first poem is actually a letter written by a grandchild to one's grandfather. And we know that by the first line of the poem, which says, Liewe Opa, it means dear grandfather. In the poem, the child tells the grandfather that for his or her next birthday, they do not want an elephant. If you look at the last 2 lines, it tells you that the grandfather is used to giving the child odd wild animals as presents, because for Christmas last year, this child got a seerkooi, a hippopotamus, as a gift. Vir my volgende verjaardag wil ek nie 'n olifant hê nie. Liewe oupa, ek weet nie regtig mooi hoe om dit te sê nie. Vir my volgende verjaardag wil ek asseblief nie 'n olifant hê nie. Waar op dese aarde kry ek vir so groot ding kos? Wie gaan die bolle optel wat hy op ons grasperk los? Wat sal die bure sê as hy trompeteer, toet en raas? 'n Olifant hoort eerder daar op oupa se bosveld plaas. Dink net, hoe gaan ons tuin lyk as hy klaar daarin gewy het? Mama kla steeds oor die seerkooi wat ek Kersfeespresent gekry het. The next poem is Hou op of ek lag my dood. Hou op means stop it, or else I will laugh myself dead. Now, this poem is actually about someone who's trying to control their laughter in a very serious situation. Hou op of ek lag my dood. Ek probeer regtig ophou. Ek probeer my gedra, maar ek gee weer 'n prosent aan. Ek snork van die lag. Ek kekkel en kraai tot my maag begin pyn en my kop daarvan draai. Ek kraal en ek brul. Ek rol rond op die mat. Hou op of ek skater my broek sopnat. Ek lag totdat die trane oor my wange begin buggel. As ek daaraan dink, begin ek weer giggel. O, ek lag my 'n pappie. Ek lag my sommer slap. Die vakansie skoolwerk doen, juffrou maak 'n grap. The next poem, My hond is slimmer as joune, which translates to My dog is smarter than yours. So this poem is about two children showing off with their pet dogs. They brag about what their dogs can do, and the one child says to the other to the other child, that my dog is better than yours. In other words, trying to say that my dog can do things that are way more accomplished than your dog. But at the end, when they actually ask to see this dog, the child makes an excuse and says that my dog is now reading newspaper and I don't want to bother him. My hond is slimmer as joune. Jy sê jou hond het honderde slim toertjies geleer en dat hy 'n beskuitjie op sy neus kan balanseer. Maar my hond is slimmer as joune. Jy sê jou hond kan enige hindernisbaan voltooi en dat hy 'n stok terugbring as jy dit vir hom gooi. Maar my hond is slimmer as joune. Jou hond verstaan bevele soos sit en blaf en lê. Jou hond is so gehoorsaam en doen alles wat jy sê. Maar my hond is slimmer as joune. Bewyse, maar natuurlik. Ek dog jy gaan nooit vra nie. Maar my hond lees nou koerant en ek wil hom liefs nie pla nie. Okay, and last but not least, die nuwe waghond, the new watchdog. Now again, this poem is about Opa, and it's about Opa's new watchdog, which is a very creepy and weird-looking dog, unlike normal dogs, to an extent where the grandchild says that the new watchdog is not actually a dog, but it's a crocodile, based on how it looks. Die nuwe waghond. Opa het 'n nuwe waghond. Die brak se naam is Fluffy. Hy het rye tande en hy knor, maar hy kan nie blaf nie. Sy vel is groen en skibberig. Dis ongewoon vir 'n hond. Hy lê die hele dag in die son daar langs die swembad rond. Hy wil nie hondekos eet nie. Miskien maak dit hom naar. Maar hy lek sy lippe gulsig af wanneer hy die posman gewaar. Die mense in die parkie skrik hulle skoon slap. Elke oggend as my oupa met sy Fluffy hond gaan stap, iets is fout. As jy my vra, kort oupa dalk 'n bril. Ek vermoed sy nuwe waghond is 'n krokodil.